This is another one by T.M.G. Health and Fitness Tailor Made to You. So what we're going to talk about today is preparing yourself for running marathons. And for the next 30 days, starting tomorrow, we will work our way all the way up to April 11th for the first marathon to start it off. And we're just going to keep gradually moving. But we're going to start with just 30 days of training today. 30 days of training up till April 11th. So one of the first things I'm going to tell you about marathons is water. Water, water, water. We have people that would that you see run, do triathlons, and you'll see them get to the running part and they get to close to the finish line and they collapse or they fall. That is severe dehydration and exhaustion. More of it is dehydration. If you don't drink water, your body will shut down. If you dehydrate, your body will shut down. That's why they have water stops. You, depending on what marathon you're running, some of them places will tell you that you need to get an IV to keep your fluids on the regular. Some people that train hard and professionally train automatically do that anyway, because they know that this is something that they need to do, is keep yourself hydrated, keep it from cramping, keep it from getting fatigued, keep your muscles hydrated, So make sure you just drink water. If you do not like drinking water and it's hard for you to drink water, you need to take a potassium pill so that'll be able to make up for the water that you're not getting. Two is you have two muscle fibers that in your body. You have type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is slow twitch. Type 1 is slow twitch. Type 2 is fast twitch. Fast twitch are your bigger muscles. Type 2. These are the muscles that you use in dynamic movements. So running, sprinting, jogging, elliptical, all of those are type 2 muscle fibers that you're using. Now, one thing about type 2 muscle fibers, they fatigue quickly. And they require more oxygen. So that's why you get tired in running. It's not because sometimes you might be winded, but more of it is your muscle endurance. So don't ever get confused with, for me to be a good runner or a marathon runner, I need to run every day. No, you need to also do light sets, a lot of reps to build up your leg and your upper body endurance. Especially people don't understand. Holding your hands up when you run, that makes you tired. That exerting more energy. That's why you see some people drop their hands to their side. So you want to make sure that them type 2 muscle fibers, you want to make sure that you're getting those. So you always want to make sure that you do, outside of doing your cardio, what we're going to call your cardio on the treadmill, you want to make sure you're also doing the treadmill, climb mill. You want to make sure that you're doing different things to build up the endurance in your upper body and your legs. Another thing you need to know about running is your posture. You have this thing called your kinetic chain. And I tell kids this all the time in track. And I would tell them, you ever notice when you're running fast and you look and everything is lined up straight and your head is forward and upright? Do you notice that you're moving real fast? Don't you notice too, when you look to your left, how you start slowing down? People don't understand. A lot of sometimes with running has to do with your posture and your kinetic chain. The tighter you keep your body and your hand, your elbows in, and your legs lined up parallel, your foot is dorsiflex and plantar flex when it hits the ground, guess what? That's going to save you energy. It's going to save you time. Your type 2 muscles won't get tired. So these are things that you need to make sure that you're doing. Always check your posture, your lumbo-pelvic hip complex, your spinal cord, your pelvis, and your hips. Those are the main parts of running. Another thing too, I've been reading up and looking a lot up on is your core. Your core has a lot to also do with running too. So you always want to strengthen your core. So what we're getting at today is I'm prepping you for the things you need to know before we get into tomorrow. So 1, we know we need water. 2, we know the muscles that we use in running are our type 2 muscles. They're bigger and they fatigue quicker. So that means that we need to do a lot of muscle endurance, light weights, a lot of reps. Another thing we need to make sure that we're doing is we're just staying hydrated. So these are all things you need to do. So you need to make sure that your posture is straight and in your run. They have diagrams. They have runners.com, Runners Digest, and it goes over. I read these things every day, and it goes over 50 million things that you didn't even know that can strengthen up your body. That's why I said they even have some exercises that I didn't even know that I was doing are solely meant just for people that need to bring up their endurance and their muscles and cardio for marathons. Another thing you want to start doing is you want to start doing HIIT drills. So what you want to do, you want to simulate a situation harder than what you're going to do. So if I know I'm gonna do a 5K that's on flat ground, maybe when I'm doing my training on my own, I maybe want to add a couple of hills in there. Why? Because you're turning up the intensity in your workout above the level that you're actually going to do. So when you get to that 5K, it's a spit in the bucket. Because why? Man, lady, I ran 4 or 5 miles or 3 miles or 2 miles, and majority of it was hills. So I know when it comes to this 3 mile, I might be a little winded at the end, but I know my first 2.5 is going to be easy. So this is things I tell people: run hills and train. You want to make sure now that at a point you're at least getting in a mile a day and running, or even more. I would even say no lower than 2. If you got a walk run, that's fine. But you need at least to be doing to a mile and a half to 2 miles a day, or stagger it. So you give your body time to recuperate and rest. Now through all these 30 days of training, this is going to be a mad cardio again, and a lot of hit drills and a lot of stuff to build your muscle endurance. So one thing from this 30 days of training, you will get toned up, you will shed a lot of weight, and you'll have a lot more muscle endurance to last and things. So don't always think because I'm tired or this is because of your cardiovascular endurance. No, some of it has to do with your muscle endurance and actually your posture as you're running and doing things. So these are things I just need you to know before we start off. So like I say, every day from tomorrow to April 11th, we're going to do training for marathons. If you follow this thing to the T, you'll be fine. And it's even, and what I'm teaching you too is even on the scale from going from walking to running. So even if you what you can do right now is walking good, you follow this plan, by the time you get to where you need to be, you'll be able, time you get to 30 days, you'll be able to run and walk a little bit. And we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into a test called the walk test. So we're gonna get into that too. So I'm gonna teach you things to test your endurance, how to do your time, so you know, hey, I might need to learn how to pace myself. I might need to add a minute to my first mile and take 30 or 40 minutes on my other mile and add it to my first. So now I just added 45 minutes to another, or a minute to my first mile. So it balances it out. And then I can judge on my third mile, how much I really need to push myself and need to go. That's called pacing yourself. So we're going to teach you all of these things in these next 30 days. I can't wait. The first run is the 5K color run. So I'm ready. I hope you're ready. And here we go, 30 days.